Played a lot more last game as far as getting carries. Can you just talk about him a little bit and what he's meant to the program?
Kenny's awesome. He's one of those guys that you just love to be around. He's always got a positive attitude. He works hard. That crew of tailbacks, you take him, Ayala, Royce, Byron Marshall. I think all four of those guys the other day, the last kickoff coverage rep of the day, those guys were all sprinting down as scout team kickoff players. That's not normal. And I think that has become they've got a nice little chemistry there, work ethic wise, and Kenny's done a great job on kickoff team, being a huge, impactful guy. Sometimes making the play, sometimes not. He and Charles Nelson are kind of marked men when you look at the film, and just provides a great spark. He's kind of a soft-spoken guy, but a very passionate football player, and great guy to be around. Great teammate.
Aaron Fentress.
Coach, last year you guys had 70 tackles for loss over 13 games. This year you already have 54. Can you talk a little bit about the improvement there? Assuming you've recognized that.
I didn't know that stat.
Oh.
That's it. That's gone. I couldn't tell you any stat. That's obviously part of the goal. And then there's been some times, obviously, where we've missed some of those tackles. There's been some times in a three-man rush where we need to get a guy down, or keep him corralled, as we've done the last couple of weeks with some of these quarterbacks that you're trying to kind of dictate the tempo of what they're able to do by how we rush it, and that's obviously the name of the game. Get it backed up, and third and long is really hard to convert.
Steve Mims.
Mark, you talk about kind of the changes that have been made so far getting ready for the Friday game, just kind of what you had to change, and then kind of how the next couple of days go. Are you on a Wednesdays? Today your Wednesday, or are you still on a Tuesday, kind of where you're at?
Yeah, today's Wednesday. I'm so confused right now as to what day it is. Yeah, today's Wednesday. It's Wednesday from a football standpoint, and we'll try to keep it as normal as possible. Obviously, we lost a day up front. We kind of changed how we would do a normal Monday, both for the staff and the players on Sunday, and treated that as more of a mental day. We did some treatment, all that stuff, walked through a few things, and met a little bit longer. And then yesterday and today were, very much as per usual for a Tuesday, Wednesday of a normal game. And then from here on out, we'll try to keep it as normal as possible. And there's obviously the variables of Friday night, it's a different stadium, all those things that you just try to stay as routine-oriented as possible.
Tom Ward.
Back here, Mark. First of all, on a light note, you're getting mad love from Tokati on the hat the other day on social media. They're putting pictures up and everything like that. Seriously, Jared Goff and that offense, how do you kind of compare them to, like, say, Washington State, who you played earlier this year, which you obviously saw the 60-59 game?
Yeah. First of all, I've lost a lot of balls to Tokati, and I do love that place. But yeah, it's there's elements of that. There's elements of Arizona. There's elements that they've got a little bit more of a run game component to them than maybe those other two. Obviously, in the Washington State game, kickoff returns were unbelievable, and something that is a huge concern. They do a great job in special teams across the board. It's another big challenge for us. I think that's one place again where the Pac-12 has been amped up and ramped up even more, is the athleticism and the depth of special teams play. Jared Goff is playing at an extremely high level. He's got a great crew of receivers that he trusts a bunch, and they know what they're doing, and they dictate it.
Austin Meek, front left.
Mark, what have you heard about Levis Stadium, and is it useful to have a game there with the possibility that you could be back later in the season?
Well, we don't really think of it on the latter part of that. We've talked to all the guys in Philly just since they played there when they played San Francisco, and our guys will take two different types of cleats, as we would for the Rose Bowl or some other grass surface that our guys are not as accustomed to, and obviously our type of grass here is different than that turf, and so we'll get out there and pregame, get the right set of cleats on and go.
Rob
Find out
Mosley,
what the
front
play
left.
blocks are, and
Just quick follow up to that note. Will you walk through there? Like you won't
we
stop
won't.
there.
That's another contributing factor of you try to balance keeping it routine and